Hollywood. This is Hollywood, and there's not a place in the world that's like it. Hollywood. Joe. Man, I love this town. This kills me, all right? I'm telling you, Dr. Jones, you know, look at that. 50 cents, 15 minutes. This is highway robbery. Come on. 30. They cheated us out of a quarter. You saw it right here on tape. I put the quarter in. Heads are gonna roll at City Hall, okay? Where's John? Oh, all right, there's the quarter. Oh, what's this, 48 minutes? Come on. All right. In Hollywood, 3 minutes for a nickel, 6 minutes for a dime. So if you got a nickel, you better move pretty quick in this town. All right, we're gonna go see Ghazi here. Ghazi now, this is the Hollywood Smoke Shop. Used to be Ben's Smoke Shop. And Ghazi said it was all right to come in here and get a little interview with him. Ghazi, yeah. How you doing? I quit smoking a month and a half ago. I'm sure that you miss me.
Good for you, bad for us. This is the finest and the oldest tobacco house in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
It was built in 1928.
1928.
It hasn't been changed since. All these here are original.
And the woodwork, all this woodwork is from 1928.
And as you see, there's a lot of celebrities come here, like to smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Enjoy life.
Yeah. That's when cigarette smoking was good for you. Yeah. Ghazi, do you smoke cigars yourself?
I smoke cigars.
Do you? Good for you. I miss them. I miss them terribly, but I guess there comes a time in everyone's life that they're.
Yeah.
But I always thought this was very unique. If I can just, this kind of opens like this. These they slide back. So I think Ghazi in 1928, they were a lot more trusting than they are today.
Exactly.
You know, because they don't make them like this today. Everything's back there, and you're.
Everything has changed.
Yeah. Now I know that it's really this this boulevard's really gone through a cathartic period. I mean, I know that the subway hurt a lot of business with the big hole in the ground, which is another story. But there's no place to park. How's business? I mean, this is.
Business is good.
It's good. Yeah. And is the city helping you out at all with parking? I mean, are they?
There's nothing they can do. You know,
Yeah.
this city is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you see, a lot of potential, a lot of traffic.
You can't fight City Hall. Now, I'd always ask Ghazi, I say, Ghazi, you
In
need
the old
to...
days, people used to come here on their horses.
That's right. 1930, no Walk of Fame, but the marquee outside the smoke shop is basically the same. It's the same. That's the same place.
Really amazing, huh?
Wow. So this, like you say, not only is it the oldest smoke shop in Hollywood, but this is a piece of history.
Landmark.
Yeah. I was worried about you when I quit smoking cigars. I thought that was really
Put it this way, smoking business,
Yeah.
tobacco business, always smoking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even when I quit, there's somebody that's going to take my place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always available.
Yeah. Good
It's
energy.
a small, tiny place.
Yeah.
You know, one-man operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was.
And the guy the previous owner,
Yeah.
you know, he owned it for a long period of time.
Yeah. And then I understand his son took over, and then you purchased the business
Exactly.
from the son.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's a very good location.
Yes.
It's in a good city.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the finest tobacco house in town.
Well, it's the only one that I ever went to
Exactly.
because of that.
Everybody
Thank you,
says
Ghazi.
that.
God
Thank
bless,
you.
and
Appreciate it.
I'll come to visit. I won't come to smoke.
All right.
Okay. God bless.
Thank you.
Hold up a second, John. A minor miracle in Hollywood. My meter ran out, and he didn't get there.
Nope, I didn't get it.
Didn't get it? Huh? Were you going to get it now? Well, you're too late, sir. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Have a good one.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And I didn't believe him, but Katharine Hepburn said, "Oh yes, Clyde, he certainly can. He can tell him that's one of Clyde's scripts." She said,
What is your problem, man?
You're welcome.
What the heck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Don't give me that! All right, what's going on here, fellas?
The missile was about to hit the school. I just acted as fast as I could.
That doesn't change the fact that I don't have a car anymore. Who just throws a person's car at a missile?
You're serious?
Yeah, who's gonna pay for my car?
I guess I could.
Do you even have a real job?
Yes.
Do you have insurance?
I saw the whole thing. Call me.
How do you convince a 14-year-old girl that hair doesn't matter? When the diagnosis is childhood cancer, where can parents turn? CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
Recycling a glass bottle saves enough energy to run the TV you're watching for 1 full hour. Recycle. It's the everyday way to save the world.
I was hanging out with some people. Now I realize I shouldn't have.
The work was so hard. It was just going fast, fast, fast.
I got kicked out of school, and nobody cared about me, so I don't care.
I sort of got messed up into gangs and other stuff. School was very difficult.
I was expelled from school.
I mean, the one person who really got me to go back into school was my friend Kevin.
At my friend's graduation, I'm gonna be the loudest one there.
Because if you don't have anybody while you're in school, then there's not really a way to get through it.
Metaphor there about Hollywood. That's where we all end up sooner or later. It's kind of like a lot what Hollywood is, isn't it? Garbage in, garbage out. Or in this case, garbage out, garbage in. Yeah, let's go see what else is cooking up in Hollywood. Smells great. This is a side of Raleigh Studios. This is probably the oldest active studio in Hollywood. The greats, I mean the greats, have been here, and there's still a few that have offices here. Gene Kelly had an office here. Cary Grant had an office here. Myrna Loy had an office here. You remember Myrna Loy, the thin man? She had an office here. I tell you, the history of this place is phenomenal. And our friend Clyde Ware, I don't know, he's been in town since, since the 60s. He might have some stories about these people. Anyway, let's see if we can get through these gates. You know, back in the day before 9/11, you could, I could walk right through this gate, give him a howdy, and in I go. But now, well, Raleigh's one of the easier ones to get into, so I think you just sign in, show your ID. Universal, you know, you have to, that's another story. I love this guy. He's been in town forever. He's directed more pictures than I can shake a stick at. Every other episode that you see on Gunsmoke, he wrote, plus everything else that was happening in the 70s. And he's been holed up here ever since he's been in Hollywood. He's been at the Raleigh Studios. How many scripts in your career have you written?
You say more than you could shake a stick at. I don't know how big your stick is, Joe, but I've written a lot of stuff and got a lot of stuff on TV as writer and or director and or producer. But the projects that I've loved the most and have been the greatest for me, most of them didn't get made. I would be hired to write a screenplay, and then out of those 100, 10 possibly get into production. So there's 90 that are tossed away, and out of the 10 that get made, one is generally a success. So that's the ratio of success in Hollywood, and it seems to have been that way for the last, I've done research on books and so forth for the last 100 years. You know, with Hollywood, it never seems to change that ratio of 100 to 1 to get a success, you know, but to even get the development deal is 1 in 10,000. You know, like when something big happens, 5 people start making a movie about it. That's why sometimes there'll be 2 or 3 pictures come out about the same subject matter, and a television movie and a big movie as well, a feature film.
Clyde, you're a West Virginia boy. Gosh, you know, coming to New York and then going on to Hollywood. How did it all begin back there in West Virginia? They must have thought you were crazy.
Well, yeah, in West Virginia, they kept saying, when are you going to get a real job? You know, when are you going to get a real job? Even after I had stuff on television, they'd say, well, you still doing that writing stuff? And so forth. And I'd say, yeah, as long as I live and breathe and somebody will buy it, I'll keep doing it. And then I wanted to direct it and so forth. And I met Martin Sheen out here playing basketball. And he went away with me to West Virginia to make 3 movies. And over a 2-year period, we made it for like $60,000-$70,000 a piece, and worked for nothing, and carried the cameras ourselves, and did all the stuff. And he's still, he's your real brother by blood, but he's my brother too. You know, I think, because he's been such an angel of mercy to me. He's such a terrific guy. When I got to New York, I was an actor. I knew I was a writer, but somebody saw me in an off-Broadway play as an actor, and they said, you ought to go to Lee Strasberg and learn to know what you're doing. You're the best one up there. But and I had read about Lee Strasberg, and very difficult to get with him. But I showed up one day after his class, and he just took a look at me. You studied anywhere? Where have you studied? Nowhere, sir. Be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I don't know why. He just brought me in, and and he had to get on a list. It was all kinds of things. And through him, I met Marilyn Monroe, I met Rod Steiger, I met so many people that were around with Lee Strasberg. I kept on the writing because I didn't feel like I was an actor. He kept saying, you've got to, he says, you got to go to Hollywood. He says, you're much an interior actor. You should. And I think he was telling me, get out of town. I don't want you in New York, because I was such a lousy actor. And when I got to Hollywood, there was one little screenplay that I'd written, a little half-hour drama called Brother McConnell. And it was a religious story, actually, and set in 1912, West Virginia. And that got me my first job in New York. Somebody read it, didn't do it, but they hired me to do something for CBS. And when I got to Hollywood, John Houseman read it, the famous John Houseman.
Absolutely.
And he gave me my first job in Hollywood. And I wrote for CBS 4 scripts for The Great Adventure, an hour adventure show about American events. And then CBS did Gunsmoke, and we were on the same lot, and they hired me to do Gunsmoke, and they wanted me to be producer of Gunsmoke, and I said, no, I want to do movies and so forth. And I wrote my first book there, and I kept writing Gunsmoke until I'd sold a couple of books and screenplays, and then I went on to TV movies and some movies for the film, for features, and I'm still trying to do it, you know. As,
you and Mr. Arness had more than just a writer-actor relationship. I mean, you guys really had some deeper relationship than that. It seemed to me, anyway.
Well, I when I come on the show, they would not let you write scripts about James Arness doing certain things, and I said, hey, he's not Superman. He's a real guy. I want him to get shot. I want him to, and I would write these scripts, and they'd say, Jim won't do it, but he'd read them, and he'd say, yeah, damn, hell yes, I'll do that. I want to do that. And he did it, and so we kind of became simpatico to one another, you know, in my Gunsmoke years. And then later in the late 80s, he starred in The Alamo that I wrote, 13 Days to Glory. Again, this was for NBC this time, and he played Jim Bowie.
What do you think about directing?
I will only direct my own stuff. I've been offered by Roger Corman and other people to direct stuff, and it's like using somebody else's toothbrush. I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? So I really don't do it. And I wrote an article, somebody wrote an article about me in Variety years ago that I trash directors left and right, because directors take responsibility, and it's a director's picture and all that and so forth, and God bless them. It is a director because they put their stamp on it. They're the strongest, and they're on the set. The writer's rarely there unless he's the writer-director, and they consider writers janitors and directors kings. And it's kind of difficult to be a director king. How do you relate to that? And so anyway, it's directors, if they don't have a screenplay to start with, they're in a lot of trouble. You hear a lot of BS about, oh, I'd pay to watch Spencer Tracy read the phone book. No, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? I love Spencer, you know, and he was my great fan and great friend, and he said he could tell a Gunsmoke was mine before the credits rolled, because the credits were at the end on Gunsmoke, but he could tell my vernacular, my dialogue, and my style. And I didn't believe him, but Katharine Hepburn said, oh, yes, Clyde, he certainly can. He can tell him that's one of Clyde's scripts, she'd say. And I said, okay, that's great, Kate. So directors and writers should share equally, in my mind, with the writer maybe getting a little bit the edge, because he's there. I mean, who is greatest, Mozart or the guy who conducts Mozart? All right.
And I want to say God bless you. Thank you so very much for good to see you, Spider-Man.
Just hanging around.
We love you, man. Thank
How do you convince a 14-year-old girl that hair doesn't matter? When the diagnosis is childhood cancer, where can parents turn?
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Where have you been?
I lost my cat.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, so I made this cat magnet to try and get him back.
Cool. Does it work?
Kinda.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's not my cat. Gotta keep working on it. See ya.
See ya.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org.
Welcome home, man.
We're just seeing what the action is down here. We got the news, cars, and the, you know, we're like looky-loos here. Looky-loos for celebrities. What's going on here in Hollywood? We're about to pass Grauman's, where we got unceremoniously escorted out from the other day. Batman, give it. Batman! Wonder Woman! What's cooking? All right, here we go. This is real. We got stuff happening. Get this stuff here, John. What do we got here? What's going on? Jimmy, how's it going, buddy? You're looking terrific.
All right.
Peace, brother.
That's
Batwoman. Hey, Batwoman, how you doing?
Batwoman, Catwoman.
Catwoman. I'm sorry, Catwoman. Ah, you look terrific, darling. What's going on down here today?
Oh, we're just entertaining people.
Oh, okay.
What's with the news crews over there?
Oh, the news crew? I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
okay.
They never tell us Catwoman anything anyway.
You're too busy.
Well, the mayor was just here. Bugs Bunny knows.
The mayor?
Bugs, what's going on here, Bugs?
The mayor was just here, Doc.
The mayor, Doc.
Oh, the mayor, Johnny Grant?
Jim Hunt.
Oh, the real mayor. The other mayor. Okay. There's SpongeBob.
There's SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, are you straight, Bob? Listen, for the kids, are you straight? Are you straight, Bob? Not that gay is a bad thing. It's okay. All right, we'll move on. Okay. There's Spider-Man. Spider-Man, you hanging in there, Spider-Man? Are you hanging in there? Good to see you, Spider-Man.
Just hanging around.
We love you, man. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Okay, hey, guy taking our picture. Hey. Okay. All right. I tell you, what's not to love about this town, eh? Here's a guy. He looks like he's got some very. Oh, he's Fox 11 News.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, for the mayor.
Yeah, for the mayor. We missed the mayor.
Where do you see the Fox 11 News?
It was on his microphone.
Oh.
Fox 11. Oh, that's us. Yeah, get him.
Rachel wanted.
Did you shoot the mayor down here?
Yes.
Dueling cameras. How was it? Good guy?
No comment. I have to stay neutral.
Thank you. Rudolph Valentino was the king. He was the king of Hollywood. He did two great movies. He did The Sheik, and then even more popular, he did The Son of the Sheik. Now, Hollywood High School, who a number of celebrities have gone to this school, and who knows, may be going to this school right now. They named themselves the Sheik territory, and there he is, a sketch of Rudolph Valentino up next to Hollywood High. The guy just permeates this town. The Sheik, trust me, he's never left. I just want to draw your attention to this Mayfair Market here. The Mayfair Market is at the corner of Franklin and Bronson. Now, I tell you, any time of the day or night, if you're a star hunter, this is the place to find them. These hills are full of stars and would-be stars and former stars, and this is where they all shop. Well, 90% of them anyway. And it's very interesting when you go in there, the stars see each other and they just give each other a little head nod or a little recognition, you know. There's that big hugs and slap on the back and hearty handshakes like they do on the Jay Leno show, you know. But it's very low key. It's kind of live and let live. But this is a very famous market. You know, I'm not saying it's as famous as Rock and Roll Ralph's, but it's pretty famous. Mayfair Market. Yeah, righty. Now this boulevard here that we're going down, that corner that we just passed, if you're a film noir fan, you have driven down this street 100 times with Humphrey Bogart and James Cagney and the rest of those great late 30 and 40s actor. This street really hasn't changed much. This Bronson, and what we're gonna take a shortcut over here and go through to. We're going to go through to Beechwood. Beechwood is a very famous place. So this is just Hollywood Hills. So now coming around on this corner, here's a mansion, but next to this place is a mansion called Belvedere, and not this, but the next one, and a gentleman by the name of George Belvedere lives here now, but his father built the place. And if we can get a shot of it, because they have mean and vicious dogs up there, can you get that? That's the Belvedere Castle, and this is one of the forefathers of Hollywood, and it's quite a castle. It goes all the way around. It's sitting right on the top of the hill, but you can see this castle if you look up from Franklin Avenue. The Alto Nido. Wow, what a history this building has. As you can see, it's under construction right now, and every 25 years, religiously, they redo this building. It is an historical landmark here in Hollywood. It's a beautiful building, but more than that, this building has been in more movies than I have. But the most famous movie of all that it plays a very prominent part is Sunset Boulevard. William Holton's character, Joe Gillis, lived in this building. And then, you know, he would go see Gloria Swanson, Norma Desmond, and of course, you know the tragic end of that movie. And if you don't, go see the movie. It's terrific. Gloria Swanson as Norma Desmond sees this has-been movie star, and she says, I didn't get small. Pictures got small. Oh, and by the way, in real life, Claudette Colbert lived here for years and years and years. But I just checked the mailboxes and I think she's moved on. Well, you know what we were saying earlier about it never rains in California. No, baby. It pours, man. It pours. So, I think that is about it for today. I had a great time. I think we met some great people. I think you maybe found out a few things about Hollywood that you never knew before. Listen, come see us the next program. It's just right around the corner. You better be there. I'm going to come looking for you. Peace, love, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Well, Joe.